So recording, chat open. Ja, ga je gang. When you're ready to start.
Okay, so hi everybody. Welcome to the seventh lesson already. It's going so fast. I don't know if you feel the same, but it's crazy. It's already the seventh lesson. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're all doing fine, uh, safe and sound wherever you are. And this week we will talk about the human body and clothing. That's the theme of this week. And the structure of this lesson, first we will look at the homework you had to do about the verbs. Then the word of the week. We will look at the human body and describe parts of it in Dutch, of course. Then we will look at colors and way to describe yourself based on your clothing. And we will have a break. We will look at question words, and then it's already the end of the lesson, which we will end with a quiz again this week. Yay. Um, okay, so first, the homework. Um, yeah, like I said, this was about verbs. You had to fill in the right form, and you also had to pay attention to the right tense. So let's go through these sentences together, and yeah, maybe we can arrange that you type the answer in the chat again. Um, so let's start with the first one. Jan, Lotte vorig jaar om deze keer wel naar haar verjaardag te komen. And you have to use the word beloven, to promise. So what did you guys have? Beloften? Someone else? Thank you for your answer, by the way. Okay, Elisa, what you did well was that you had the right tense. So indeed, this is the past tense, which you can see by the word vorig jaar, which means last year. But as you can see, this is singular because Jan is one person. So Geoff, you're close. But the right answer was beloofde with double O because it's a long vowel, and I hope you can recall that in this case you want to keep it long, and therefore you add another O, and the V becomes an F for pronunciation sounds because the V and the D sound is not nice for Dutch people. So um, maybe this was a hard one to start with. I don't know. But let's look at the second one. Gisteren, het pijpenstelen, maar vandaag, de zon. Two answers. With the verbs regenen, to rain, and schijnen, to shine. What did you guys fill in? Regenden, regen. Yeah, the second one is correct. Very good. Schijnt. The first one, and yeah, very good. I guess the first one is indeed confusing because you have the word pijpenstelen, and maybe that's also confusing because this is an expression. So if you say het regent pijpenstelen, then literally translating it means it's raining pipe steals, but the English expression would be it's raining cats and dogs. And today the sun is shining. So indeed, that's correct. Then the third one. Hij naar huis toen het bier op was. With the verb gaan, to go. Gaat. Anyone else? Okay, in this case, gaat is not correct, although you do have the right form. But the sentence means he went home when the beer was when there was no beer, or when the beer was empty, or whatever. So it had to be past tense. But apart from that, if it was present tense, you would have been correct, Elisa. Okay, so the fourth one. Als kind hij brandweerman worden. Tegenwoordig hij militair. With willen to want and zijn to be. Wauw. Willen is. Okay, so the first one, wilde. I see, Carl, that you had wou. Wou is also an option, but not very formal, right? It's more speaking language and not really writing language. If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
but
Yeah.
it would be also correct if you just said that sentence.
Yeah. And the second one indeed is so when he was a kid he wanted to become a fireman, but now he is a military person. How do you say that? Someone who joins the army. And then the fifth one. Je dat standbeeld dat er gisteren nog niet. With the verbs see and to be. Okay, so the first one is the je form, so the you form, and it is a question. So in that case, you conjugate it a little bit differently, as you might recall. So in this case, it is zie je dat standbeeld? Do you see that statue? Dat was er gisteren nog niet. That wasn't there yesterday. Yeah. Then we will continue to 6 to 8. If there are no other questions. So 6. De Romeinen een groot deel van Europa, Noord-Afrika en het Midden-Oosten. Veroveren is the verb here. To conquer. Yes, very good. Veroveren, yes. So the Romans conquered a big part of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. And one way to find out that this was conjugated with the D was based on the sexy soft ketchup rule that you might have used here as well. And yeah, veroveren, very good. So 7. Frits, zijn huis zwart, maar zijn man, het vreselijk. Nu, hij het geel verven. So this sentence is about painting. Verven, to paint. Vinden, to have an opinion, or sometimes also to find. Yeah, the last one is correct, Elisa. Moet. What about the first two? Frits is singular, so think about that. Verfde, yes. Verfde is goed. And his husband, so Frits painted his house black, but his husband thought it was awful, so now he has to paint it yellow. Yeah, so vinden is an irregular verb, and that's why it's not applying to the regular rules that we used with TE or DE. Yeah, it's the same in English, to find and to found. So the whole vowel changes basically. Okay, 8. Mijn keel zeer, omdat ik gisteren de hele dag Nederlands gesproken. To do, to have. Do had. Was. Was is a form of to be, so that's not applying to this sentence. Okay, so the correct answers were mijn keel doet zeer, my throat hurts, present tense. Omdat ik gisteren, so yesterday, because yesterday, omdat ik gisteren de hele dag Nederlands heb gesproken. Because I spoke Dutch yesterday the entire day. Okay? And I think, because Elisa, you had had, and you can also say hot, or it's not entirely wrong, but in this case you can just keep it the present tense. Okay, so then sentence 9. Afgelopen dinsdag zij samen een cake. So last Tuesday, yes, bakten zij samen een cake, plural. And the last one, zij verdwaald omdat ze te diep in het glaasje gekeken. Yeah, almost. So the first one is raakten with double A because you want to keep the vowel long. Same with the first sentence. And here you can either interpret zij as plural or as singular, because it's not really clear in the sentence if you are referring to a single female person or to an entire group. But it is hadden gekeken, and the sentence basically means they got lost because literally it means they looked too deep in the glass, but it's very Dutch, and it basically means they got too drunk. Okay, then we will continue with the second exercise, which was basically the same. You basically had to do the same. So, the first one. Gisteren hij een paarse trui aan. And here, aan hebben means to wear. Yes, very good. Hij had. Wij eergisteren witte wijn. To drink. And eergisteren is a clue word for you because it means the day before yesterday. So you can already assume it's past tense. And drinken is an irregular verb, which means that the vowel changes. So I understand your answer, but in this case it's dronken. And a third one. Ik blond haar. With the verb to have. Yes. In this case, both answers are correct because you can have blonde hair, but you can also had blonde hair if you painted it or shaved it or whatever. But it's the right form, so good job. Jullie, vorige week een feestje. vorige week means last week. So that's one way of knowing this is past tense. And geven is just as in English, irregular verb. So in that way, we don't use the plus CE or plus DE rule. So here it is gaven. Yeah. And the fourth one, or the fifth one, sorry. Jij morgen naar huis. Morgen is again a hint here. Tomorrow. Jij, so you form present tense. That means not plus en, but plus somebody. Ik fiets, jij fietst. Ja. And then the last one, zij gisteren met hun broertjes. Spalen. Here it's not an irregular verb. Okay, I will give you the answer. Speelden, because you want to keep the long vowel, otherwise it's spelden, but you want to have speelden, so that's why there are two E's. And we use a D here because we apply the soft sexy ketchup rule. So that's why we conjugate with D. Okay? I think a lot of these words are just a matter of knowing whether it's regular or irregular, and that's why some of you maybe took the wrong guess, but I hope it's clear by now. And then there was a final exercise in which you had to find the word dog. It's hard to ask what you had here, but this is where you could find it. I like this exercise. Okay, so with the homework, are there any questions or things that were unclear or you need help with? Otherwise, we can continue with this week, starting with the... okay, cool. Yeah, you can just catch up in your own time and let us know if you still have any questions. Question 5. Of which exercise? 2 or 1? Zie je dat standbeeld? Dat was er gisteren niet, nog niet. So it means, translated, it means, do you see that statue? It wasn't here yesterday. And your question is, why is it not then? Because here it's past tense. Or do you mean the first thing you had to fill in? Because maybe you're wrong with the verb, because the verb here is not zijn, but zien. It's so it's slightly different. Zien means to see, zijn means to be. So I think that's maybe why you're confused, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So pay attention, sometimes verbs are really similar. How do you say my plans for tomorrow morning are? Because the tomorrow and morning are the same word. Oh, I get what you mean. But then you would say morgenochtend. Because indeed, morgen also means morning. But in this context, it's ochtend. So that would be morgenochtend, like this. You don't say morgen. But what you do say, for instance, is goedemorgen, which means good morning. And then you have this. Yeah? Any other questions, or can we continue with the spectacular word of the week?
Very exciting.
Yeah. Okay, then I assume we can continue. If not, let us know. Because the word of the week are, in this case, words of the week. So here we have 3 words. Handschoen, glove, trui, sweater, and spijkerbroek, jeans. So repeat after me. Handschoen, trui, spijkerbroek. Okay, and the funny thing about the first and the third word is that handschoen, glove, if you translate it literally, it means hand shoe, so a shoe for your hand, which is weird. And the third one, spijkerbroek, means nail pants, and not nails like fingernails, but nails which you slam with a hammer, so which is also weird. But yeah, it applies to the theme of this week, which is about clothing and about the human body. So we will start with that, menselijk lichaam. And in your booklet on page 29, you see this image. And yeah, we will go with you through the human body and give you some Dutch words for several parts of the human body. And you can write it down in your booklet. So I think
and I will hopefully be able to facilitate that.
I'm also going to try to draw it.
Yes, I should maybe not. Why does that not show up as a shareable thing? Yes, okay. Okay, you should be able to see this now. Oh, this is my face.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, does also work if I do this.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's perfect. Yeah.
Still see it? Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, so I guess this is a male body. We're not entirely sure, but let's assume. So can you describe things in Dutch of the human body? And it can be anything, or maybe you have questions. So either you just share with us your knowledge, or you pose a question and we will give you the Dutch word. So we will just have some basic information about general things of the body. Haar.
Oh yes, the one thing this person does not have, so that I can draw some hair.
But indeed, that's a Dutch word. Oh, nice. So haar means hair. Yeah. Het haar, indeed.
Yes.
Anything else?
What do you already know? What body parts do you know names of? Nothing? Okay.
Maybe you know the Dutch word for arm?
Knie. Yes. The knie. Knee. Maybe.
Bil.
Bill. Yes.
Hoofd. Very good.
Literally buttock. A word people use a lot, of course, in Dutch. Hoofd. Yes. Hoofd. The head.
Maybe some things in your face that you might know, or arms, legs, fingers. Could be anything.
This is an easy one. Arm. It's just the arm.
Yeah,
Nose.
nose. Oh, very good.
The nose. Nose. Het oog. The eye. Belly. Ooh, yeah. De buik. Like belly, stomach. Like stomach.
Oh.
Belly button.
Belly button.
That's a good question.
That's a quite random word.
De navel.
We don't use the word buik in that word. It's just an entirely different word.
Yes.
Navel.
Just refers to like your stomach area. I think that's a word that in Dutch is better than in English because like belly and tummy are sounded a bit weird, and stomach is not very incorrect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
buik just sounds funny. Buik. Also easy one. The hand is de hand.
Been. Very good.
Been, yes.
Leg. Do you guys know how to say back?
Been. Interesting one. Yes. De rug.
You can also come up with organs if there are any doctors in the house.
I will not attempt to draw them. The mouth is the mond.
Liver.
The liver. I always forget if the liver is on the right or left side. I think it's on the right side. There, you got the liver. That's exactly how livers look.
Yeah.
The
I was so bad at biology.
brain.
Feed is food. Yeah, food is food indeed. Feed is plural, so voeten. And heart.
Brain. Oh yeah, I can draw those. Perfect.
Wow.
So you could say het brein or de hersenen. Brain. That's just useful to know.
Heart, I see as well, which is het hart.
Heart is.
I love your heart drawing. It's very realistic.
Yes.
Fingers, I see. Two
Neck. The neck. Okay, we'll just write this down randomly. The throat. Oh. Yes. The keel. I saw fingers, yes.
Yeah. And neck and elbow as well.
Fingers is. Oh. Yes, de vingers. The elbow. De elleboog. All right.
And
a lot of
neck, do we also? Oh yeah, neck, I see.
I think I did neck already.
Yeah. Okay. This
Maybe
looks
ears.
quite good already.
Or here. It's head or. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll do this. Schouder.
Eyebrows.
Oeh. Oeh. De wenkbrauw. It's kind of a weird word. Wenken is like to beckon, and brow is your brow. Yeah. I guess that's it. Teeth. I can't draw teeth. Okay, can't draw teeth. No,
It's
okay.
your heel. Yes, that's your.
Okay, I'll just
Oh,
in
it's
the lower right corner.
of a shoe.
Tand. De tand. De haak. So the heel. De hak. Yeah.
But heel can also just be heel, right? In Dutch.
Oh yeah. So you
That's
have your thing you stand on, and you also have this part, like your Achilles heel, which is the heel.
Yeah.
I think we covered most body parts that are often.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you did a great job with writing everything. Give us 1 minute. Yeah, you need to write everything down.
Give us 1 minute. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Your pen is working better, I think. It's very clear.
Oh, maybe the tenen, toes.
Oh yeah.
All right. I can also post a screenshot of this in the group.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be okay.
Okay. So now we will stick a little bit longer to the human body with a fun exercise of Bert and Ernie. I think some of you know. Do you guys know Bert and Ernie? From the good old days? No? Really? Because I looked it up and it's not necessarily Dutch. It's from Sesame Street.
It's American, I think. I think it might actually be difficult to do though, because I think if you share your screen for video, it doesn't show the sound.
Ah, really?
And that's kind of the main point of the video.
Okay, then maybe we can share the link and then you guys can watch it later yourself. If you feel like it. And do the exercise.
Yeah, they can do the exercise.
Yeah. Because it is pretty fun. I watched it and I was like, yay, Bert and Ernie.
Oh no, it might be possible. There's an include system audio functionality.
I already copied the link just in case.
Okay, put the link in the thing. Okay, let's click it.
So it's just you can see how Ernie visits the doctor, and then you can hear the different words. But they talk pretty fast, I noticed.
Yeah, they do talk pretty fast, but
So it's a good exercise to train your Dutch listening skills.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fun.
I hope this will go okay with internet. Sometimes is it less okay?
Shall we do it?
Yeah,
now?
we will do it now. You don't have to look at it. I will share my screen so you can all see the same thing. So screen I can share. judge my successful amount of that. So, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah. But there is a. Yeah, now it's gone. But there was a very.
There was a what?
There was like a very loud. And I can hear myself twice.
Oh yeah, maybe you don't talk at this point because you will hear yourself because that is what my system says how it is. All right, so the exercise. I will play this video of Bert and Ernie. I should not put this here. And you have to, in your booklet, mark which body parts Ernie is talking about. Or no, the doctor is talking about. Which body parts are mentioned. And then, so it's a listening exercise. Okay? So, let's see how this goes. It's only a minute and a half.
Binnen. Oh, goedemorgen dokter. Hey, fijn dat u kon komen. Geen moeite, Ernie. Mond open maar. Nee, maar zit u dokter? Mond open, Ernie. Ernie, wil je even daar in het licht gaan staan? Ja, die kant op. Ja, zo is goed. Hier, ja, mooi. Laten zien. Doe maar weer dicht, Ernie. Ja, nou, ja, maar weet u dokter, je vingers. Hoezo mijn vingers? Ja, kun je je vingers goed bewegen? Natuurlijk kan ik mijn vingers bewegen. Hoe zit het met de pols? Oh ja, mooi. Die kan ik ook bewegen. Mooi. En nou, je arm. Ja, je arm. Nou, ja, kijk, mijn arm is prima hoor. Oké. Moet horen. Zit wel goed, hè? Nou nog je schouder. Beetje te veel gaat tennis misschien, hè? Nee, ja, mijn schouders markeert niks hoor. Maar weet u, dat is dus de reden dat... Goed dan, ja. Nog even, draai je nek, Ernie. Mijn nek? Zo dus? Goed, ja, goed. Nu je ogen nog. Mijn ogen. Mijn ogen zijn goed hoor. Ik kan naar meer hele goede ogen. Mooi zo. De reden dat de beurt is aan je hart. Nou, Ernie. Maar mijn dokter... Ja. Nou, dat klopt. Maar goed, weet je dokter, nu wil ik nog even je oren zien, Ernie. Maar mijn oren zijn goed. En ze zijn je neus. Ja. En mijn neus. Mijn neus is ook heel goed. Ernie, je bent gezond. Waarom moest ik komen? Ik zei, je bent gezond. Waarom moest ik komen? Ik riep u omdat mijn vriend Bert heel erg buikpijn heeft. Deze kant op. Oh, goed. Bert, mond open.
All right. So, hopefully, you got most of that. So, let me grab my booklet so I can see what the options were. Which body parts did the doctor slash Bert slash Ernie mention in the video? So please just type them in the chat, or I mean, if you're brave, you can unmute your mic and just tell us. But historically, you guys haven't really been into that. So. What's the difference between ogen and oren? Well, ogen are eyes, and oren are ears. So, different sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Arm. Mond, neus, arm, ogen, hart, nek, rug, oren, buik.
Wow, you heard a lot.
I don't think he mentioned rug. Pulse. Yes, we didn't mention that. That means wrist. I think knee.
Yeah.
The knee, I don't think finger was mentioned. I think just one more. Pols, vinger, schouder, nek, oren, pols, neus, arm. Yes, schouder indeed, and nose were also mentioned. I think that was it. So mond, neus, arm, pols, vinger, ogen, hart, schouder, nek, oren, and buik. And for bonus points, what did the doctor say in the end? What was the situation?
Rug. Je kan de rug op.
Or what was the problem in the... I don't know. It's fine.
He had a lot. He seemed to have a have a lot, but in fact he was perfectly healthy. But they walked away at the end. Do you guys know why? No.
No. It was because Bert was the one who had problems. But the doctor didn't let Ernie finish talking. He was just examining him really quickly. That's why Ernie couldn't explain, oh, no, it's actually my friend Bert who has a stomachache. You know. All right.
Surprise.
Let's continue. Do you want to continue with
Oh,
the
yeah.
colors?
Yeah. We will now do some colors in Dutch because it's fun. Okay, so do you know some of these colors? Do you know already some names of colors in Dutch, of course? Almost. You were missing one letter and then you have the right. Very good. Zwart. Ja. Rood. Rode. Almost. So the first one is rood. The second one. Let's first try these ones.
Where are you seeing these responses?
In the chat. Do you see it?
Oh, it's updating. Oh, yeah, now I see. Okay, never mind.
Okay. So the second one, orange. Let's just go from because I already see some good answers. Oranje, yeah. The third, yellow.
They do have the name of the colors in their booklet. So
Oh, really?
I think it's just better.
Okay. Then who am I fooling, right? Okay, geel, groen, blauw, paars, violet. Yeah. But then it's interesting. Okay. Then we will continue. Nog meer kleuren. More colors. Roze, bruin, grijs, zwart, wit, lichtgroen, donkerblauw. So licht means light, donker means dark. And you can use this with any color that might have a light or darker shape of it. Yeah, and indeed they are in your booklet. Okay. As you know, colors can be used to describe nouns, which brings us to adjectives.
Yes, bijvoeglijk naamwoorden. So, I know you've all been waiting to hear about this. You will finally know how to make adjectives in Dutch.
Yeah,
So let's get into it. So an adjective in Dutch is called een bijvoeglijk naamwoord. So you can forget that immediately. It's not very important. It just sounds a bit more complicated than adjective. What you need to know is where do you put adjectives. There are two places you can put them, namely in front of the after an article in front of a noun, or after it's. In the first case is called the attributive usage, and the second case is called the predicate usage. Not very important, but if I say those names, then you know what I'm referring to. So you have the noun mooi, so we get the sentence, whatever, de mooie stoel, pretty chair. After een mooie stoel. Or you can put it after is. The stool is, this chair is pretty. Now, so that sounds pretty similar to English, pretty straightforward, and it is pretty straightforward, but there's just one difference between Dutch and English. I think it's one, which is that sometimes put an E after the adjective, but sometimes you don't. But most often you do. So if you have an adjective behind after a definite article or head or a noun, you always add E at the end. So you get so klein, adjective klein, and noun arm, klein, small. You get de kleine arm, kleine arm, not de kleine arm. That's for been, long, long and lag, het lange been. all that. So it's pretty straightforward. Just add. However, after the indefinite article, you sometimes add, sometimes you don't. You add an e in the noun article placed in front of is a de noun. Get een kleine
Yeah, sometimes your sound is a little bit muting.
That is annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it-
Okay. Let's wait until it gets better. Can you hear me better now? Or is it still choppy?
Yeah, it's better when you're a little bit closer, yeah.
Okay. Let me know when it gets choppy again. I really don't know because we'll get through it. So, before a noun, after the indefinite article, you add an e if the noun you're placing in front of is a de noun. So arm is de arm, so it becomes een kleine arm. If it is a head noun like been, you don't add an e. So it becomes een lang been, not een lange been. Een lang been. So you don't add the e there. And that's basically it. In the predicative usage, so after is, you just don't add an e at all. So de stoel is mooi, or het boek is mooi, de arm is klein, het been is lang. It's pretty straightforward, no e. So basically the only case you have to remember is that after een and before a noun, before a head noun, you don't add an e. And otherwise it's after an article, add an e, not after an article, don't add an e. That is basically the rule. Now, having said that, as you know, in Dutch spelling, adding an e after a word can sometimes change the spelling of things, the pronunciation of things. So we have to pay attention to that. So it's just like plurals. If you add en to the end, for example, groot and stoel, meaning big and chair, you would just add e after it, you get de grote stoel with two o's. But this one of these o's is superfluous because it would be the same if we just had one o. So if we just write it with one o, grote stoel. Same is, so this is with long vowels, with or tense vowels. With short or lax vowels like dik, which means thick, and for example book with het, if you just add an e, it would not be pronounced het dikke boek, which we want. It would be pronounced het dikke boek, because ike would be pronounced ike and not ikke. So we add an extra k to make this vowel lax or short. And furthermore, the same goes for as with plurals, is that s's become z's and f's become v's. These if you add an e after it. So you get lief and man, which means sweet and man. So you wouldn't write een lieve man with an F. We would write een lieve man with a V. Same with wijs and vrouw. Wijs means wise, vrouw means woman. You wouldn't write een wijze vrouw with an S. You would write een wijze vrouw with a Z. It's just the same as we saw with other plurals, etc. And with making the stem, etc. So these are just common, just Dutch spelling rules. One more case that's useful is materials. They behave a bit differently. For materials, you just always add an en after an article. So you get hout and hek. Hout means wood or wooden, and hek means fence. So you wouldn't write het houten hek, but het houten hek, or een houten hek. And it doesn't matter if the vowel you just always add, except after is, then you would say het hek is van hout gemaakt. The fence is made of wood. This is the same rule as in English. You also wouldn't say a wood fence, you would say a wooden fence, right? Or the wooden fence. So that's basically the rule. That's basically adjectives. Here you can see how it's applied to colors. So you have de spijker binnen toe, because jeans. So you just add an i to the end. De blauwe spijker. Een oranje trui. Dus de trui. So normally you would add an e here, but because the word already ends on an e, you don't add another e. So you get een oranje trui. The orange trui. Here the handschoen starts predicate of usage. You just get the glove is black. The handschoen is white. And here hart is a het word. That's het hart. They don't add an e after een. You get een rood hart, a red heart, not een rode hart. Het hart, right? Het rode hart. All right. That's basically it. Adjective. But I don't think it's too difficult.
Okay, your sound is still not really best.
Okay. Is it bad again? Is it better now?
Yeah.
So could you understand the explanation before, or was it choppy all the way through?
Only the last part was a little bit on and off. At least I managed, so.
Okay, that's good. Well, so that's basically it for Dutch adjectives. It's not super difficult. You just need to know that after an article you add an e, except for if it's the indefinite article een and it's in front of a het noun. And you need to know that you need to change the spelling of it. But that's basically otherwise there's not too many difficulties with the Dutch adjectives. So now there's an exercise for you, namely exercise. Okay, it's getting very dark. Exercise 1 probably, because it's the first exercise, where you have to fill in some adjectives. So the sentence is given, and what you have to do is fill in the correct form of the adjective, given the context clues from the sentence. So if you see een, you think, oh, is a word het or de, or if it's de, then you need to add an e. If it's after de het, you add an e, and you have to say, ooh, we have to change spelling or not, etc., etc. So just apply what I just told you, and that's basically it. So I would say we take a break, and I'm again gonna be mean and take a break and have you do an extra. So that means it's not really a break for you. It's a break for me. Is that fair? Do you guys find it annoying? I want to ask.
Can you just repeat your plan? So how long do you want to have the break? Because that was the point when your sound was a little bit.
Oh, okay. No, I just want to ask. Do you find it annoying if I say I have a break and do an exercise? Because I can just also say, okay, just have a break and then we will do the exercise.
It's fine. Okay.
It's fine.
You will not strike or anything. Objection. It's okay. Cool.
Great. Okay, then let's have a break until 9:05. And please do the exercise in between. Just as much as you can. And then we will discuss it afterwards. And then we'll go over to question words. I think we don't have time for dialogue like usual, but it'll be fine. Okay, see you in a bit.
5 over
5 over 8.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Do you also know how to say the actual time?